Ah. Hello. There we go. There we go. I'm monitoring my YouTube stream. Seems to have an excellent connection today. By the way, the results of yesterday's technical test, I'm sure you're all dying to know. It was a failure. Well, it was a success in that it told me that there's only one resolution number of bits per side. Okay, 100, 248 along this dimension and 1080 on this, or 21 something, whatever, 1080. It doesn't work at 1440, and it does not work at 960. It'll probably work at 720. Now, what I'm talking about, the specific situation here is I'm talking about multi-streaming to YouTube and Twitch at the same time. Now, if I only stream to YouTube, I would stream at 1440 and bump my bit rate to what it wants, which is 13,500 kilobits per second. Which my upstream can absolutely handle that, but Twitch will not allow that. I mean, even 8,000 is too much for Twitch, which is what I'm doing, and 8,000 isn't enough for YouTube to do 1440. Now I tried 960, which is deresing it a bit, which is very popular on Twitch. Twitch handles 960, and 960 looks great. Most gamers like Summit or whatever, who game a lot on these games like Apex or any other Fortnite, anything else, if they want their picture to look best, they'll go at 960, not 1080. And that gives them a less de-resed image usually. And I am basically doing a 3D game. When I'm playing Flight Simulator, I want it to be smooth, and I want my inset image to look good. And so I was thinking 960 would look better. So that was the experiment of yesterday. Well, YouTube does not handle 960. YouTube threw up. You could have seen my live thing on YouTube, but then both the live and the upload were deres to 720, and not good looking 720. It looked like shit. Yesterday's stream looks like shit. So my intention to see if I can make it look better is my experiment to see if the YouTube 960 would look better was produced a result which indicated that I can't. I went back to 1080 right away as soon as I looked at yesterday's live stream VODs and what the uploaded VOD looked like. The uploaded VOD would normally says there's a 360 and 1080, and when I uploaded the 960, it just said no, 720 is all you, or no, it says 360 is all you get. I think it's whatever. The point is, 720 is not good enough. Cheers. I got some Diet Coke. Ugh. How's everybody doing? It's Sunday. Today's stream is going to consist of me playing Microsoft Flight Simulator. How you doing, Science? My weekend is fine. It's very good. We're going to play some Flight Simulator. We don't know where we're going and what kind of aeroplano it is in, as usual. And the second half of the stream will be me playing guitar. Yesterday was a keyboard stream. Looking forward to playing guitar because I just love playing guitar. We'll be playing this one here. Second time in a row, but I just I'm not going to necessarily switch guitar every time because this is one of my all-time favorites, one of my number ones, if you call it. Well, it is my number one. So let's get to the Flight Simulator content. Let's get to some content here. Here's the Microsoft Flight Simulator world map, and as usual, I find it more interesting to pick the airplane and then where we go. Oh, but sometimes I do it the other way around. Anybody have any suggestions on YouTube? I don't see anybody quite logged in on YouTube. That's why, a lot of people don't come in for the first 30 minutes of the show, of any live broadcast. So it's I like that. You can just kind of dink around. But I mean, obviously some regulars are going to come in. But, I'm trying to go along with some ones that I have not flown too much, like maybe the Robin Cadet. It's not as interesting as some other planes that I have, but it has this really cool red color. And it's more about variety. What I was thinking was Iceland. I don't know why that came into my head earlier. What is there to see? I'm looking kind of is this where the volcano where's the volcano? Is it here? There's a lighthouse. I wonder if this is Reykjavik here, I think. Right? Arctic. And I think this is the volcanic area. I could be wrong. I don't know. Anyway, now that we're here, let's check it out. Well, at least we're going to fly over that area. It's not a super fast plane. So, we're not going to be able to see the entire island of Iceland, but we will check out Reykjavik, and we probably will have to change both the weather and the time of day. That's my prediction. Yesterday, we were blessed with not having to change the weather. I forgot where we went, but whatever it was lovely weather there. I think that was Avignon, France, was yesterday. I never remember. I mean, the shows go so quickly. The shows are exactly the same, just the destination and the plane changes every time because it's random. And then there's always new bugs for me to rage at. Yeah, today I've been working on that song that I'm really got it's in my head a lot. It's called Modern Jesus by Portugal the Man. I do remember something about that. So I've been playing that a lot, and today 2 days ago I played the music, just the music, because I got the chords. It's not very complicated chords, but I'm like, I can't sing it. I haven't memorized the lyrics. However, 2 days later, I have pretty much memorized the lyrics and how to sing it. So I will be performing that today. Hopefully, it will sound okay, but I don't know because I haven't performed it effectively in quote unquote public before. Okay, this looks like decent enough weather because it's just cloudy and it's late afternoon. Let's leave it. This is the actual time of day and what it will look like. Let's leave it for now. We may decide that it gets too dark because it's getting dark there, but let's leave it for now because we can always change that later. We're probably going to need that. Battery master, alternator. We don't want to do that yet. Okay, throttle slightly on. Why are there two throttles? Oh, one's for the co-pilot, one's for the pilot. Very good. Got it. Parking brake is on. Mixtures, 100%. Very good. Fuel selector. Oh, it was off. It was on. Perfect. Sometimes it's off by default, and sometimes it's on by default. So we should be able to do a start operation. If we can find the starter button. Heading compass. That's over here. Lights. Taxi lights. We can turn these on because it's getting dark. Well, we're not going to do 100% though. Avionics master. We needed that. Okay. And the starter button is gonna be there. I don't know if I've flown this plane very often. It's not that easy to find. Is it here? No. Mixture, well, fuels. It's usually on the magneto or near there. All right. Are these switches? No. Okay. Everything's in French. I'll find it. I'm going to take a look. At least I'll before I do the control E cheat, I'm going to look around quite a bit because I can probably find it. Flaps lever. This is trim. Oh, the starter button's right there. Right near there. And there it fires up. There we go. I knew I'd figure it out. See? Not that hard to find. French, though. That's got to do something in the weird place. It's a great livery paint job, I gotta say. And unlike some of the planes that have a discrete Kench 99, this one's got the bold Kench 99. I like that. But let's get out of here while it's still light so we can see Reykjavik, which is northeast. Let's ask for a north departure.
Ground KNSH 9er with uniform request taxi for takeoff north departure.
All right. Mixture. Parking brake off. Very good. All right. let's get out of here.
Taxiing hold short runway 1 using taxiway November 1 tree November 4 Echo 4
Let's
cross
just go
runway
this
28
way.
Echo tree Echo 2 Echo 1 KNSH 9er 9er 9er.
Where is that? Ugh. We got a little bit of a ground, taxi here. And that's okay. Make sure that all the engine systems and avionics are working. Looks like they are. Well, the color stands out, but it's also it's kind of got an interesting shape that's called that dihedral shape to the wings. It's I can believe it's a Robin, which is a French company called, and a Cap 10, I believe. I don't know if that means anything to anybody. But they're in a class of kind of like sport planes that are designed to be pretty. Oh, we should have gone that way. That's fine. We're gonna take off from here. This is the end of the runway, and this is where we're taking off from. Screw you guys. Plus, what are all these vehicles doing here? Okay, stop here. See if they'll let us. See if we can ask. Yeah, perfect. Flaps to mid position. Take off. Can we do this?
Keflavik Tower KNSH 9er 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 ready for north departure.
See, there's a runway there.
Kent 9er 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 wind 033 at 12. North departure approved. Cleared for takeoff runway 1.
Yeah, we're not going to that runway. We're fine. We're going to the runway we feel like taking off from, because that one's a long way away. It'll probably let us, as far as I can tell, let us do this little maneuver here. This is the other. This is not that runway. We're fine. There's multiple runways, and they don't care. We don't care. All right, we're up. We're up to full power. Takeoff power. We got flaps. That's what it looks like out here. We might want to change the day. It looks like it's a little after sunset, but it might be a good time. It's this unlike some planes, you know, you got to give it a little bit of. It's going to take a little time to get off the runway, but it smoothly leaves. We're going about 60 knots. Okay, we wanted to head north, kind of northeast. Oops, we're going to set flaps to there. You've got to be careful. You don't want to overturn in this plane because the dihedral wings tend to lose lift when you turn sharply. But other than that, they're nice and stable. All right, what do we got here? Mixture. Do we have to have mixture at 100%? Probably not. Yeah, we're heading north. Sort of. Oh, yeah, sort of north. None of this dirt. All right. So I believe if we head this direction further, kind of along this road, we will hit. We'll hit Reykjavik. We'll hit the city of Reykjavik. I want to get this all stabilized here. See if we can get some trim in here. Not too much. That's 7% trim probably, maybe 6. That's good. Bring the engine down a bit. Yeah, and I'm going to take this opportunity to, that's a better angle, kind of the sun is behind us. So we're heading east? Yeah, that's right. No, we're kind of, yeah, that's correct, I believe. From what I was looking at, because if we look at the map here, where we're heading is here. So it's a ways up. All right, we got a nice little 10-minute flight out of the airport to get to the city here, which is fine. So we'll have some Diet Coke. We don't need that. Just check out the landscape. And by the way, as I said, my favorite time is when I do not have to adjust the time of day or the weather. That's pretty. They've got like a little amusement park or something down there. You can tell like from the colors. Probably like a shopping mall with like stuff. We got a major road. This would be a major highway that leads to that airport, effectively, from the main city, which is up this way. We'll follow that mostly. Are they talking to me? All right, if we keep getting a lot of traffic, I might turn down the volume of this radio. COM 1 volume. Let's cut it down to about there. Okay, I want to try to get kind of a steady speed here. Or one of the things about these planes, and again, it's transitional between what would be considered a light craft, is it does not have a autopilot, which is fine because I don't like to fly autopilots. But I do like to trim it so that it's not trying to get me too much altitude. You can see a lot of mountains. It's in the distance, very mountainous terrain, although this part is flat. It's kind of like a little peninsula in the southwest part of Iceland. And we got another, let's see. Oh, now they're talking to me. Did I copy? Yes, there. Frequency change. Okay, now back to 0 trim. We want to get a little bit less mixture. Back to there. Let's see, everything looks good. We got plenty of fuel. We got too much fuel. Yeah, I do like these kind of layouts that are pretty much, everything's easy to find. The only thing a little tricky is the starter button. Pitch trim, let's see. Everything else looks good. That's showing electrical function. Those are just indicator lights, I guess. Funny, one was indicating voltage. Huh. Okay. Yeah, got like a 10-minute flight, but it's pretty. I think it'll be worth it, rather than just starting right near the city, having a bit of a flight, talk about things. What's there to talk about? I don't know. What's on your mind? You know, if I had, I'm always happy to chat with chat, but most of the time I'm also happy to just talk to myself, basically. Nothing's really new. I'm wondering how my cameras are going to work today. I got a moderate feeling they will do okay. Or a wish that they will do okay. Oops, what's over here? That's that direction. That's this direction. Oh yeah, I'm wondering if the we got to watch out. It might be cold. In which case, that probably should be on. Also, navigational lights and strobe lights pretty much should be on, but taxi lights not. Okay, got it. And that green light came on for the pitot heater. Nice to know. Very simple. I just don't know if we need the fuel switch on all the time. We'll see. You can kind of see where we're going in the distance. We got another 10-15 miles. I have, and as I mentioned, one time I went up in Toronto, and I went up in that Quickie, that Dragonfly, that unusual plane that kind of I talk about has the 2 sets of wings and no horizontal stabilizer. And one thing it does not have that I never noticed before was, unlike almost every single plane, which has a switch there, it says pitot heat on off. There is no switch there. There is no switch. So I assumed it was always on, or automatically turned on. And it did not automatically turn on, and there was no way to turn it on. And I don't remember if you were there, but I kind of think you were. But if you remember, the airspeed indicator froze up at a very high, a very high number, and stopped moving at all. See how it's like kind of moving in the lower left a little bit there? That means I know it's not frozen up. Now, it's probably cold enough where I am, but there's not enough water in the air. So in other words, when we were in Toronto, I was not only in a cold area, but we were also flying up through a fog vertically. And when we flew up through the fog, water droplets accumulate in the pitot tube and freeze. That's what happened. So it has, the other thing that will happen in some planes is If you fly in icy conditions, the windshields will freeze up, and you can't see out of them. And it's pretty cool. It's it's a great effect. And some of the planes have windshield de-icing systems, and some do not. This one doesn't. I would not want to fly this plane in icy conditions because I don't see any way of de-icing anything. And how could you? I mean, this got what I mean. So the threat of an iced over windshield is definitely possible. But I mean, in general, if you know what you're doing, the cold doesn't affect you. I'm wondering whether any of these is an outdoor temperature meter here. One of these is oil temperature. Sometimes there is something that will tell you what the outside temperature is. I don't think this one has one because it's good to know. Oh yeah, there's temperature at the carburetor, and it's -10 Celsius. I believe if that's what means. So I believe that's an indicator of the outside temperature. This one right here. I'm not 100% sure, but most planes that have an electronic system will tell you what the outside temperature is. It's not a big deal. But again, jets typically don't have a problem. But propeller planes can ice up. But specifically the pitot tube can ice up. And if you don't turn that on, you'll lose your airspeed indicator. But again, it's very rare. It only happens about one out of 100 flights, I would say. Do I have to ever even think about the pitot tube? But in general, as a pilot, anytime it's below freezing and there's water in the air, you want to turn it on. And there, even when you don't see a lot of water there, but it could be there. It could be water vapor. But yeah, this would not be pitot tube freeze up condition. It's usually raining on the ground when you want to worry about it, because then there's definitely water coming into that tube as you take off, and then you go up into below freezing conditions, just 1,000 feet up, and everything freezes. If you don't have the heat, but again, in some cases there's an automatic system. Okay, we're kind of coming in on the outskirts of Reykjavik, which is kind of that way there. So we'll kind of head that direction. Yeah, it's a nice flying plane too. I mean, for kind of they call it a sport plane, but it's really for, I'm not sure who actually needs it. But yeah, we'll probably land at that other Reykjavik, the airport that's closer to the city. Let's see what we have down there. We have it looks like a port facilities there. Oil and gas storage. What are we at? 2,200 feet. All right, right. Now, we're going to look up on the map, right? Google Maps. Okay, right. Okay. So there's that bay there, and then most of it is kind of on this peninsula. Okay, yeah, and there's an airport. There's a domestic airport right there. And, okay, so it's right north of that airport. Okay. And then we can check it out. We can fly around. We're gonna fly around a bit, and then we'll land at the internal airport there. But what I don't really know is where the volcanoes are and how they may or may not be depicted in some interesting way. You never know. Okay, let's see what it looks like from here. So that's it, kind of over there. but we're gonna kind of head this way and then fly out the that peninsula. It's not that big. It's just getting choppy because I think we're loading in a lot of building models here. Mainly housing. Oh, there's a steeple over there, some kind of church. And where is the stadium? You know what I mean? Where's the stadium going to be? Oh, there's an open air museum. Alright, we're going to head this way and then we'll make a left turn. Because that's kind of, well, we'll see what there is to see. Alright, there's kind of a school probably down there. What are we at, 2,100 feet? I want to be over like 1,000 feet. Let's lose some altitude here. I wonder how many of these things I'm seeing on the Google Maps are going to be modeled. Probably a few. I don't think I've ever flown over this particular part of the world. I mean, it doesn't look familiar, but again, you never know. What type of stadium? Probably back there. That could have been rugby. It's hard to tell. And there's more there. There's like some. You can see those are stadiums too. That one is definitely soccer. There you go, from the markings. Or football, right? So you can kind of tell, and there's a track that's used for track. Typically, for that would be a school and not necessarily you know, like a public stadium. But I think we'll find one because I think there's one around somewhere around here. It's probably closer to the city. Okay, so here, okay. Open air museum. I'm just curious what that's gonna be. It's like right down here. Open air museum. Okay, okay, I'm gonna click on it. Don't stop me. It's right there. I mean, that's it. But I just want to read the description of it. Is that plot of land? Is it possible to buy lunch? It says light snacks. So would it be possible to buy just sandwiches? I mean, geez, you get the important information. Excellent trip to Reykjavik. It's quite expensive to be a tourist in Iceland, but this museum was great value for the money and kept us entertained for a couple of hours. It's a cute open-air museum. Some houses were not accessible because of heavy snow blocking the doors, but the others were very well kept. Great for children and adults. Kinda. Okay. It's that. It's like there's like these, like, I don't know, old, you know, like, kind of pioneer, I would call, maybe we would call them in America pioneer houses, I think. Right around there. Okay. So what is next? So we're going to fly in here. We're going to check out downtown, which is at the end of this road here. Or if there's a downtown. There's got to be like a palace. I mean, it's an old city. It's Europe. This is kind of a wharf area, industrial, I don't know. So the sun is still up? Yeah, okay, the sun is still up. I thought it was down already for some reason. But it is going down. This is the real time. As I mentioned, stadiums. Usually they are marked, so we got a pin on the major stadium here. There's a kind of church there. It's very arboreal. It's a fancy way of saying there are a lot of trees. I'll read. You know, we always like to know what kind of snacks are available. Let me see what Google has to say about it. All right. Wow, not bad. And it looks like there's a swim. Is that a hotel or like a swim meet stadium? Let me just look at what we got here. Okay, so we flew in there. I'm thinking it's probably here. The Laugardalsvöllur. I can't speak Icelandic, right? Yeah, and what is this next to it, though? I want to find out. It's a swimming pool. Yeah, I know that. Okay, well, that's the Laugersdalslag. Uh, what is it? Lovely, great place, clean pools, lovely pool, lovely. Even managed to dip in the cold pot. Okay, they have hot and cold. Our baby loved the pools. Accessibility for a young family was fantastic. Shower beforehand. Range of hot tubs. Swimming outside in wintry conditions in lovely warm water. Such a long swimming pool too. I'm reading about this area right there. So I always like to find out a little bit. And this is basically what you're going to see here is the Icelandic Football Association's. That's their home. And it's obviously it's pretty major. It's pretty big. It looks like a whole lot of people there. Does say what the capacity is. He saw guns. This person saw Guns N' Roses there. It was one of the most incredible experiences of this person's life. Free upgrade to front row standing. Fuck, Guns N' Roses. Shit. Football stadium where the Icelandic national team plays football. We know soccer, but whatever. The stadium is not big. It's pretty big, but in Iceland the conditions are sufficient. Wordy. The fans create a fantastic atmosphere, parking for cars in front of the stadium. There are no problems with parking spaces, according to Google, this reviewer. Blah, blah, National Football Stadium, home venue. Okay, let's keep moving. Come on. But that's basically where the Icelandic, team plays, because, football is the sport. All right, let's see if we can head to Old Town here before it hits sundown. I'm looking for the church steeples. There's one kind of there. There's actually an airport right there. That's where we're going to land. But what is this building here? It says Perlin. It's kind of got a dome. Okay, and there's an old church there. What is that one called? I cannot pronounce that. Okay. I'm not even going to try to pronounce it. What is wrong with you people in Iceland? Can't you have just nice, simple two-syllable names for everything? Oh, Perlin isn't so bad. All right, I'm going to read about this because this looks interesting to me, and I have no idea what it is. We're going to land here in a few minutes, though, or not, after I fly around a bit more. That is an interesting-looking piece of architecture. And I don't know what's there, but I will tell you shortly. Perlin. Okay, let's tell us. By the way, at this point in the stream, I must have a little more Diet Coke. So, cheers. It's a futuristic revolving glass dome fine dining restaurant in a park setting with cocktail bar. And I don't want to hear no crap about it. Popular times are after between 6 and 7 p.m. It can get pretty crowded. It's not completely finished, according to Google, but it's still pretty close. Construction is still ongoing. Interesting. A really great museum, and definitely recommend a visit when you're in Iceland. The glacier exhibit experience is a standout and an incredible experience. The rooftop has amazing 360-degree views of the mountains for those perfect photos. Wow. Incredible buildings. The highlight are the ice tunnel and the view from the roof. Wow. Good cafe at the top floor. And the only observation would be have some greater selection of items in the gift shop. Yeah, cheers, exactly. So the gift shop could use a little work. But apparently, yeah, okay, so it's a museum. You can see kind of there's a roof deck there. You can go on that deck. But it has an underground ice cave that simulates glacier conditions. That is, let's get in our cars and drive to this place and go there. Also, you can see kind of they have this futuristic, what is this? I mean, is this part of the airport or is this just a really cool looking office building? And by really cool looking, I'm not messing around with you. Let's find out. It is, this is Reykjavik University. Wow, I would not have guessed that. Beware of the high possibility of getting lied to and scammed by the office at this university. They will say anything by deceiving, lying, and scamming you to get you to pay the tuition fees. When you have paid, they won't care to hold up to their end of the deal. They break the laws in Iceland, which is bizarre when they have a program in law. Just make sure to receive all documents from them signed and stamped, as they will lie and break the law through email and phone. If not, you will have to seek legal assistance. Apparently here somebody has a gripe with Reykjavik University and has let Google know about it. And I think we all know about it. I'm not espousing that person's opinion if there's somebody from Reykjavik University. That is a really interesting looking, how it's like one monolithic modern building right next to the airport. I don't know. But apparently this person just says they're lying scammers. So I would think twice about going to Reykjavik University until they resolve whatever issue that person, that individual has. You know what I'm saying? Boy, it's interesting. This is a pretty major airport. And you can see there's a lot of like, it's not out in the sticks or anything like that. We could have started here. I don't know. Maybe it's not that. Maybe it's not that busy. No, it's got to be. Okay, so here's a church here, and I think this little area down here. Like there's a fountain or the statue, and we'll check it out. Here's like, wow, that's actually a nice model. I like that. How's everyone doing on YouTube? Anybody coming in and saying hello? Hold on. Nobody came in and said hello on YouTube yet. But you never know. YouTube Live. I don't know if on the weekends anybody goes to YouTube. Yeah, was it right in here? Like, is that a statue or something like that? I don't know. Do you know? I don't know. Does Google know? Let's find out. Okay, so we're in the pond here. No, it's just called the Tjornen Rocks. So it's just some. It is what it looks like. It's some rocks in this thing where there's wildlife. It's not. It's just some rocks sticking out from this little kind of semi-artificial lake there. Wow, do they really have the runway? Oh yeah, and this is a really famous one here. Let's check this one out. This is really famous. Remember how we were checking out La Familia Sagrada? This is a very unique model. Pause. Let's jump out of the plane. It almost looks like Lego from there. Oops, down. Down. It's got that kind of really interesting, kind of layered look. Kind of retro, futuristic. You know what I mean? Let me read up on this a bit here. It's a modern cathedral with it was built in 1986, consecrated in 1986. Sorry, modern cathedral with a blah 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 blah. Entrance is free. How is the snack bar? You can't visit Reykjavik and not go up to the cathedral's tower to scout the city, surely. The building is impressive and certainly makes a statement. The inside is relatively simple and somewhat modest. By many other cathedrals, still a nice place to visit. The church has meaning to all the people there. So you can go, and it's basically there's a sightseeing experience there. But that is wild. Okay, let's get back out of here. Not wild, but an interesting thing to see, in my opinion. And that's the one that counts. Alright, so yeah, this is basically Reykjavik. I mean, there's probably some hotels and things. Oh, what's this? That looks like a palace of some kind. Not a palace, but a mansion. But I think we've explored it. Like there might be a hotel. I don't know. Ooh, look at this nice straight road. It's gonna do some urban canyon carving. We haven't done that in a while. Yeah, don't try this at home, and you probably will get call from the FAA or the European version of that if you do. Whoop. we're not landing. Oh, the good thing is the gear is down, so we'd be fine. But yeah, this is how you want to get deep and, you know, impersonal with the landscape. And by the way, yes, if we touch any of these trees, we're gonna die. So you don't just pass through trees in this game. The cars you can pass through, but not trees and not bridges. But I don't care. All right, so we're gonna travel out this way. We'll just pretend we're sort of a a car that is exceptionally aerodynamic. There's some bridges there. Whoop. Okay. And the other thing I want to do is check how this looks on the VODs, because this is kind of part where I think it probably looks best to me, and then some of that stuff is going to look pretty muddy by the time it gets out onto the VODs. Yeah, okay, well, let's land over here then. That big airport was no challenge. What's this airport here? This Mossfeld's Beer Bar. Like a church over there. Oh yeah, that museum, outdoor museum place is right over there. And this is what? That is right here. Oops, wait, hold on one second. That's it. Does this have a name? That also looks like. I just want to see. Yes. I cannot pronounce it. Grafar Vogskirja. Grafar Vogskirja. Kirkja must mean church. Grafar Vogs is, I think, this body of water. I'm sure I'm not pronouncing it correctly, but at least I do know where I am. Alright, so where are we going here? We'll keep going. Okay, so over this hill here. Is it a runway or is it just like a grass strip? It might be a grass strip. I bet there's a runway over there. That's not very far either. I just want to see what this one looks like. If it's a grass strip, I might pass. Although we can land on a grass strip. It's definitely a beautiful day time when we've got the sun going down. A lot of shadows. Yeah, this would be an interesting challenge, though. Look at this. A little grass strip surrounded by trees. Yeah, I don't think so. That looks like suicide more than a landing. So, no. Well, I bet there's something over here. It says airport. Beautiful, though. I do not regret coming to Iceland for this trip today. That's all I gotta say. I don't necessarily say it's the most interesting trip. Is that a golf course? I believe it is. But, it's definitely not the least. I like how there's roundabouts, you know, right in the major, like 2-lane roundabouts. Like, yeah, like Americans wouldn't be able to handle that. You know, they'd be like, All right, this one, the Tungu Bakar Airport. What do you guys have? Do you guys have, like, are you just grass or what? That's fine. At least you're not surrounded by trees. All right, we're gonna land here. I think it'll be a nice challenge. Yeah, we should probably land. We should probably come in from this direction here. I want to get some. Okay, let's get a nice. We're gonna make a circle here. There's more of the golf course. It's like several golf courses, possibly. Alright, we'll get a little distance here, and we're going to land. I'm not going to call them up. Look at that beautiful sunset, though. Alright, so... Oh, you know what we're going to put? We'll put landing lights on. And that's how they know we're going to land. we're not radioing in. Alright, now we got plenty of altitude. Plenty of room. How are we looking? Everything's under control. We're a little heavy on fuel, but we'll be fine. Alright, flaps to mid position. And let's start bringing the engine down a bit. And then as we get closer, we're going to bring the flaps down to 100% of what they could do. They can see them come back down 60%. It's a lot of flaps. But we got some airspeed to lose. Where is the actual runway? I think it's like here. I don't think it's just kind of a grassy thing. Okay, engine to nothing. It's 1,700 feet, but that's not a ton. And basically, I think we're just landing here on this grass, which is fine. Plump. Where did it stop? I had my parking brake on. That's probably not a good idea to land with your parking brake on, by the way. Like it stopped really suddenly. Fortunately, I have the tricycle landing gear, but that could be a fatal mistake in some planes. With, by the way, landing with your parking brakes on. So this plane's fine, but in general, landing with your parking brakes on, like in a tricycle plane, will definitely flip you over right on landing. I probably have never done it. This looks like a reasonable place to park. All right, what do we got here? Do these doors open? I'm 100% sure they don't. Like this one wouldn't in real life anyway. Or the windows open? Like, oh, yeah, up here. Oh, yeah, that's where you'd open it, but it doesn't have any controls here. All right. Okay. So, pitot heat off, lights off, landing lights off. Panel off. Well, do it last. COM 1 to off. Oh, transmitters, we don't care. Hot air, who cares? Alright, so we're going to turn off the magnetos. That. Turn the fuel selector to none. Mixture to cut. What is this thing? I got flaps. Flaps there. These are circuit breakers. Everything else is off, right? Oh, there's one more thing. There's avionics master. Interesting. What if that's some of this communication stuff works? And now the plane has been reset to what we call a cold and dark situation. It could be refueled. It could be started up again. There we are hanging out there. Well, we can't get out because there's no doors. But before we do this, I am going to do my traditional, taking at least a second or two to attempt a screening shot. Something, maybe we'll get some glare in there. I need the Kench 999 to be quite visible. Let's try that. I don't know. You never know. Okay, wow. Oh. We're about 51 minutes into the show. Today's show, which I have already had a fantastic time because, you know, somehow doing the flying around, especially because we did not crash. We kind of had a typical fly somewhere, check things out, land somewhere kind of mission. And I think that, you know, it's just relaxing to me to imagine that we did okay. So give me about 5 minutes or less, even because it's a guitar. I don't know. I have to bring my. I'll have to do is get my guitar and headphones on. I'll take a short break to have a little Diet Coke, refresh things. Have a short walk, and then yeah, guitar. I will play guitar for about 45 minutes, and that'll be today's stream. By the way, Project Flight Spotter, how are you doing today? By the way, I don't know if I've seen you before. Today, we do a live stream where the first half of the stream is this flight simulator content here. It is sunset in Reykjavik right now. By the way, some mountains out in that direction look kind of nice. You know, that looks good too. Hold on. The second half of the stream is me always me playing live music. Now I alternate between keyboards and guitar. And today's guitar game today. So give me a couple minutes and we're gonna start the guitar part. So that'll be shortly. Let's get this camera a little bit closer, probably. Maybe there. All right. Welcome to part 2 of today's stream, which is the musical part. Hope you had, Microsoft Flight Simulator. You know, it's not a small thing. I mean, the program itself is not that expensive. It's like they have it on sale for under $40, but then there's the add-ons. You need a pretty powerful computer, although the Xbox version runs okay, and a lot of people do have an Xbox S or one of the newer Xboxes that will run my Flight Simulator okay. Not as well as this PC does, and even this PC struggles to run Flight Simulator. And this, you know, it's a 4-year-old PC, but a good one. Let's see, Giorgio the Man, if anybody here knows who that is, has gone on. Oh, and Mistress Sport has put her rerun on. Giorgio is flying the ATR, looks like. Caribbean Queen. Okay. ATR 72, nice plane. If he's still Giorgio, if you're still going in 35 minutes, we'll raid you. He's probably, I don't know if he's listening or not. But anyway, I just started the guitar playing section, so let's see if we can sing a song or two. I got to bring up some lyrics because I've decided to no longer really need to memorize lyrics anymore. Let's open up with this song. I listen to the wind of my soul. Hold on, I want to do this. Well, end up where I think only God really knows. I sat upon the setting sun, but never, 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 I never wanted water once. No, never, never. I listen to my words, but they fall far below. I let my music take me where my heart wants to go. I swam upon the devil's lake. I'll never, 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 I'll never make the same mistake. No, never, never. All right, I'm going to whip out the songs that have been promising. Well, so Mistress Mort suggested this last week. It's called Modern Jesus by Portugal the Man. I'm probably going to play it a couple times because I'm trying to get it down, and I don't quite have it down yet. Yes, I mentioned Georgia. I'll probably be done in about 30 minutes, maybe 35, because I'm just getting started. And then I'll rate you if you're still going, which you might be, because that's a decent length. Haiti to Prince Juliana. You might be done by then. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. But yeah. All right, so this song is called Modern Jesus by Portugal the Man. Oh, that's fine. And it goes like this. Oh, by the way, I was going to mention this is Portugal the Man, Modern Jesus by Portugal the Man, and I'm interpreting it as I would imagine that Johnny Cash would, were he still alive and decided to do a cover of this song. Come on in, take a seat next to me. You know we've got what you need. We may be liars, cheat, preaching to choirs, but we can sell your dreams. You don't need sympathy. I wanted to start over again because I'm not liking the way I'm singing. That's why we're practicing. This is a practice session, okay? Let me see if I can do this better. It wasn't sounding right in my head, you know what I mean? So we're going to start over again. It goes like this. Hi, Jimmy Chenga. Come on in, take a seat next to me. You know we've got what you need. We may be liars, preaching to choirs, but we can sell your dreams. You don't need sympathy, they got a pill for everything. Just take that dark cloud, bring it out to wash it down, but don't pray for us. We don't need no modern Jesus to roll with us. The only rule we need is never giving up. The only faith we have is faith in us. We're the ones who start little fires, when they burn out. When they're on the rise, they can't help but shine. And when the wave approaches, take our ashes to the ocean. Who cares if hell awaits, or having drinks at heaven's gate? Don't pray for us. We don't need no modern Jesus to roll with us. The only rule we need is never giving up. The only faith we have is faith in us. We know that we're helpless, at least we always assume. We don't need to prove nothing to you. Let's keep the cool. You don't need to feel blue. We won't sell you nothing you can't use. Don't pray for us. We don't need no modern Jesus to roll with us. Only rule we need is ever giving up. The only faith we have is faith in us. That's the song, pretty much. Except I did not. That was like a B- version of the song. Now I haven't performed it too often. I just putting this one in the repertoire. So, but I'll be playing it every guitar stream for the next foreseeable future. I may. No, I was thinking I might transpose it down to here, just down to open tuning. I think it's a fun song. You probably haven't heard it that much. I hadn't heard it, but now I'm really into it. It's a good one. What else am I going to play, though? What am I playing? All right, what are the Killers songs, maybe? Have I memorized the lyrics yet? No. Started with a low light. Next thing you knew, it ripped me from my bed. Then it took my blood type. Left a strange impression in my head. What am I doing? I do not have the lyrics up. Lyrics. Hold on. Started with a low light. Started with a low light. Next thing you knew, they ripped me from my bed. Then they took my blood type. Left a strange impression in my head. Know that I was hoping that I could leave this star-crossed world behind. Then they cut me open. Guess it changed my mind. And you know, I might have just flown too far from the floor this time. 'Cause they're calling me by my name. And the zipping white light beams disregarding bombs and satellites. That was the turning point. That was one lonely night. Star Maker says it ain't so bad. Dream Maker's gonna make you mad. Spaceman says everybody look down. It's all in your mind. But now I'm back at home and I'm looking forward to this life I live. You know it's gonna haunt me. So hesitation to this life I give. Think you might cross over. You're caught between the devil and the deep blue sea. You better gonna lick it over before you make that leap. And I know I'm fine, but I hear those voices at night. Sometimes justify my claim, and the public don't dwell on my transmission, 'cause it wasn't televised. That was a turning point. Oh, what a lonely night. Star Maker says it ain't so bad. Dream Maker's gonna make you mad. Spaceman says everybody look down. It's all in your mind. Star Maker says it ain't so bad. Dream Maker's gonna make you mad. Spaceman says everybody look down. It's all in your mind. My global position systems are vocally addressed. They say the Nile used to run from east to west. They say the Nile used to run from east to west. I am blind, but I hear those voices at night sometimes. Dream Maker says it ain't so bad. Dream Maker's gonna make you mad. Spaceman says everybody look down. It's all in your mind. Star Maker says it ain't so bad. Dream Maker's gonna make you mad. Spaceman says everybody look down. It's all in your mind. All in my mind. All in my mind. Spaceman by the Killers. Hey, where did we go? Days when the rain came, down in the hollow, playing a new game, laughing and running, hey, hey, flipping and a jumping, in the misty morning fall with our hearts a jumping, and you, brown-eyed girl. Girl, do you remember when you used to see whatever happened? The Tuesdays and so slow, going down on the old mine with the transistor radio, standing in the sunlight laughing, hiding behind a rainbow's wall. Slipping and a sliding all along the waterfall with you, brown-eyed girl. You, my brown-eyed girl. Do you remember when we used to sing la 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 dee da? La 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 dee da, la dee da. So hard to find my way now that I'm on my own. Saw you just the other day. My, how you have grown. Cast my memory back there, Lord. Sometimes I'm overcome thinking about picking up in the green, green grass beside the stadium with you, brown-eyed girl. Oops. You, my brown-eyed girl. Do you remember when we used to sing la 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 la? La dee da, la 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 dee da, la dee da. Kind of like that. What else do I enjoy singing? We'll do that other song. Little Diet Coke. Looks like my cameras are running today. That's a classic. You have yet to see any of them freeze up, and I believe it's not for anything that I have done since the last stream in that regards. The only thing I changed since last stream was I set it from 960p back to 1080p, since 960p is not really a supported resolution on YouTube. Excuse me, Kitty. You want to say something? Kitty's right down here. He's like looking at me like it's his job. What? What? You can hear him talking. He's a talkative cat. Did my best to notice when the call came down the line, up to the platform of surrender. I was broad, but I was kind. Sometimes I get nervous when I see an open wave goodbye to your heart. You gotta cut the cord. Are we human? Or are we dancer? My sign is vital. My hands are cold. And I'm on my knees looking for the answer. Are we human? Are we dancer? Pay my respects to grace and virtue. Send my condolences to good. Give my regards to soul and romance. They always did the best they could. And so long to devotion. You taught me everything I know. Wave goodbye, wish me well. You gotta let me go. Are we human? Or are we dancer? My sign is vital. My hands are cold. And I'm on my knees looking for the answer. Are we human? Are we dancer? Will your sister be alright when you dream of home tonight? There's no message we're receiving that means your heart's still beating. Are we human? Or are we dancer? My sign is vital. My hands are cold. And I'm on my knees looking for the answer. Are we human? Or are we dancer? Are we human? Or are we dancer? Mission by Rush is a classic Rush song. I wish I could play Rush. I might try it. I do love my Rush. I got to. And the great thing about Rush is most people don't remember is Rush is a trio. It's Geddy Lee and a guitar player, and I can forget her name. Geddy Lee is a singer and the bass player, a guy on the guitar and a guy on the drums. Very famous, Canadian band. You want to come up here, Mo? You want to come up here? Come here. Come here, Kitty. Kitty, come here. Come on. Kitty content. Here, hold on a second. Come here, Kitty. Come on, Kitty. You want to say hello? Mo. Here he comes. He's thinking about it. You can do it, Mo. Kitty content. I promised him kitty content, and there's some kitty content. This is Mo. Mo, how you do? What's up with Kitty? He likes when I play the guitar, he's like, stop, pet me instead. Neil Peart, right? Neil Peart, right? He does try in 2020, but I think Geddy Lee has still tours. I have right over there. You can't really see, but where I'm pointing at, you can't see it. It's the Geddy Lee's Big Book of the Bass. It's tremendous. It's a huge book, and it covers all his basses. Yeah, no, the whole band was the band. I only remember Geddy Lee because of his extreme influence on the bass guitar and the rock and roll bass guitar and of course he had that incredible way of. No, I never have played it on stream. He had that incredible way of singing with that real high register, that really rock and roll method of singing. And I don't think I would ever attempt to do that. What are we tuned to here? Pretty close. Yeah, I mean, I wish I could play more real rock and roll, but I think pop rock and things like that are more really my speed anyway. And speaking of a little more like folk rock, my friend Milo was listening to Fire and Rain. It was on her stream yesterday, and she's listening to Fire and Rain by James Taylor, the original song, and I was like, I typed in, I play Fire and Rain every time I play guitar stream. She's like, you do? Just yesterday morning. This is today morning. yesterday morning, they let me know you were gone. Suzanne, the plans they made put an end to you. Walked out this morning and I wrote down the song. Just can't remember to send it to. I've seen fire and I've seen rain. I've seen sunny days that I thought would never end. I've seen lonely times when I could not find a friend. But I'd always thought that I'd see you again. Won't you look down upon me, Jesus? You got to help me make a stand. You just got to see me through another day. My body's aching and my time is at hand. I won't make it any other way. Oh, I've seen fire and I've seen rain. I've seen sunny days that I thought would never end. I've seen lonely times when I could not find a friend. But I'd always thought that I'd see you, baby, one more time again now. Thought I'd see you one more time again. Been walking my mind through an easy time, my back turned towards the sun. Lord knows when the cold wind blows, it'll turn your head around. And there's hours of time on the telephone line to talk about things to come. Sweet dreams and flying machines in pieces on the ground. Oh, I've seen fire and I've seen rain. I've seen sunny days that I thought would never end. I've seen lonely times when I could not find a friend. But I'd always thought that I'd see you, baby, one more time again now. But I'd see you one more time again. There's just a few things running my way this time around me now. Thought I'd see you smiling again. Because I believe that to be a classic also. All these songs I like playing there's so many classic songs to play. What else have I doing in that register, though? See the sunshine. It calls my name. It seems to leave this troubled world behind. Guess I hear them best that way. Doesn't much matter what they mean. Wait, that's not it, though. Let me get the right lyrics here. Wait, which? What do you want, kitty? Okay, Carolina in my mind, which goes like this. In my mind, I'm going to Carolina. Can't you see the sunshine? Can't you just feel the moonshine? And ain't it just like a friend of mine to hit me from behind? Yes, I'm going to Carolina in my mind. Well, Karen, she's a silver sun. You better walk her way and watch it shining. Watch the morning come. Silver tear appearing now. I'm crying, ain't I? I'm going to Carolina in my mind. Ain't no doubt in no woman's mind that love's the finest thing around. Geese in flight and dogs are biting. Silver tear appearing now. I say, hey baby, the sky's on fire, I'm dying. Ain't I? I'm going to Carolina in my mind. In my mind, I'm going to Carolina. Can't you see the sunshine? Can't you just feel the moonshine? And ain't it just like a friend of mine hit me from behind? Yes, I'm going to Carolina in my mind. Dark and silent late last night, you think I might have heard that highway calling? Geese in flight and dogs are biting. And signs that might be omens say I'm going to Carolina in my mind. With a holy host of others standing around me now. Still I'm on the dark side of the moon. And it seems like it goes on like this forever. You must forgive me if I'm up and gone to Carolina in my mind. Well, in my mind, I'm going to Carolina. Can't you see the sunshine? Can't you just feel the moonshine? And ain't it just like a friend of mine hit me from behind? Yes, I'm going to Carolina in my mind. Gotta kind of work on that chord just a little bit. I'm close. Got a few things I gotta. All right, we're gonna take a short break. I'm not going to leave the channel down or anything like that. Short break. Just gonna take this off for literally 1 second. We have a cat. We have a cat issue. I think he just wants me to play with him for a minute or something. You know. What do you need? What do you need, Mo? What do you need? What do you want? What do you want, kitty? You want to go outside? You want to go outside? Come on, want to go outside? Come on. Here you go, Mo. It's nice out. You get to go outside. I think he's happier now. He just wanted his door open. Oh, a million songs. I have not yet played a million songs. Well, not a million, but some number. Okay, what was the other songs I like to play? Do on the guitar. We did the Cat Stevens songs. We did The Wind, so we'll do Longer Boats by Cat Stevens. Longer boats are coming to win us. They're coming to win us. Coming to win us. Excuse me, I want some Diet Coke. I didn't realize I was thirsty until I started trying to sing. Longer boats are coming to win us. Coming to win us. They're coming to win us. Longer boats are coming to win us. Hold on to the shore. They'll be taking the key from the door. I don't want no part, nope. I don't want no gold on my lawn. But just a flower I can help along. 'Cause the soul that nobody knows how a flower grows. That's how a flower grows. The longer boats are coming to win us. They're coming to win us. Coming to win us. Longer boats are coming to win us. Hold on to the shore. They'll be taking the key from the door. I don't marry drop to pants by the sand. Well, let the parson come and take her hand. 'Cause the soul of nobody knows how a part with parson goes. Where does the parson go? Longer boats are coming to win us. They're coming to win us. Coming to win us. Longer boats are coming to win us. Hold on to the shore. They'll be taking the key from the door. All right, we'll do that one. We're going to do this one. Quick tune check here. All right. What it's like, be the bad man, be the sad man, behind blue eyes. No one knows what it's like, be hated, to be faded, to telling only lies. But my dreams, they aren't as empty as my conscience seems to be. I have hours only lonely love is vengeance. It's never free. No one knows what it's like to feel these feelings like I do, and I blame you. No one bites back as hard on their anger. None of my pain and woe, well, can show through. But my dreams, they burn as empty as my conscience seems to be. I have hours, only lonely. My love is vengeance that's never free. When my fist clenches, crack it open, for I use it and lose my cool. When you smile, please tell me some bad news, for I laugh and act like a fool. And if I swallow anything evil, put your fingers down my throat. If I shiver, please give me a blanket. Keep me warm, let me wear your coat. No one knows what it's like to be the bad man, to be the sad man behind blue eyes. I enjoy singing that song. Okay, one more time. I want to do one more run through of this Portugal the Man song, because I feel like with practice will become not perfection but betterness. So we're gonna do Modern Jesus by Portugal the Man one more time. Come on and take a seat next to me. We know we've got what you need. We may be liars, preaching to choirs, but we can sell your dreams. You don't need sympathy, they got a pill for everything. Just take that dark cloud and ring it out to wash it down. But don't pray for us, we don't need no modern Jesus to roll with us. The only rule we need is never giving up. The only faith we have is faith in us. We're the ones who start little fires, but they burn out. When they're on the rise, they can't help but shine. And when the wave approaches, take our ashes to the ocean. Who care if hell awaits? We're having drinks at heaven's gate. Don't pray for us. We don't need no modern Jesus to roll with us. The only faith we have is faith. Giving up. Only faith we have is faith in us. We know that we're helpless, at least we always assume. We don't need to prove nothing to you. Let's keep the cool. You don't need to feel blue, 'cause we won't sell you nothing you can't use. Don't pray for us. We don't us to roll with us. The only rule we need is never giving up. The only faith we have is faith in us. Wow, that was fun. That was fun. That was fun as usual. I gotta kick out of just doing my little mini concerts on a daily basis. Change. I don't want to play every song I know, but I like to play a few songs that I'm interested in playing for you guys. Had an hour and 45 minutes of streaming today. Pretty much split it down the middle with Microsoft Flight Simulator content and a little music content. If Giorgio's still going, looks like he will be in a few minutes. So I'm going to raid Giorgio the man in case in about 2 minutes after I'm going to start rolling my little end thing. I'm going to I'm going to raid Giorgio. But before we do that, that's comfy. You know what's coming up if you're still here. If you've ever been here before if you've ever been here before, you know what's coming up, and I highly recommend you just turn things off right now. You can go right over, But basically, what I like to say is that my show is a lot. I patterned my show after the Carol Burnett show, basically, which was a big influence in my childhood. Shit's getting smashed. It's fine. My show, except that I patterned after the Carol Burnett show, except instead of hiring Harvey Korman, Tim Conway, Lyle Wagner, and the incomparable Vicki Lawrence, I decided to hire none of them. I also didn't hire Carol Burnett. Why would she want to work on my show? So you won't get her either, but you do get me doing the following. I'm so glad we had this time together, just to have a laugh and drink some Diet Coke. Seems we just get started, and before you know it, comes the time we have to say so long. Bye. This is to Carol Burnett's grandma. I'm sure she's not with us anymore. I'm going to rate Giorgio. Hold on a second. We're doing it.